question, what to say at business networking events. In this video, I'll reveal the number one mistake professionals make at networking events that sabotages their reputation. Then I'll share what to say and what not to say at networking events. And lastly, I'll share how to leverage your message at networking events to skyrocket your success. And on top of that, I have a killer strategy for not needing to practice anything to say for a network event, but only if you stick around until the very end. So let's talk about the number one mistake professionals make at networking events that sabotages their reputation. They focus on selling and telling. In traditional networking meetings and events, it is typical to have a format where you introduce yourself with your 30-second commercial. The mistake professionals make is using that same 30-second commercial to introduce themselves during regular conversation or mingle time where the real networking takes place. To compound this, during networking time, professionals often follow their 30-second commercial with a longer explanation of how they do what they do. It becomes a one-way conversation that the other party will listen to and quickly move on to the next person. The problem is that most professionals don't realize this is a mistake, so they continue doing this with everyone they meet. This means that with those they've connected with, they have tanked their reputational capital. They are now known for being someone that sells and tells. This repels people instead of attracting them. Now, in relational networking, it is all about meaningful conversations to build lasting relationships. 30-second commercials and sales pitches are not allowed. So leading with a 30-second commercial in a relational networking event or meeting tanks your reputational capital two ways. One, for selling and telling, and two, for violating the relational networking format. I have spoken to many professionals that complain to me that networking just doesn't work. After further discussion, I realized they have been selling and telling. When I suggest a different approach to networking by getting to know someone instead of selling someone, it is amazing how their results also change. They attract more people, solutions, and opportunities. Over time, they become known as a valued resource instead of someone who always tries to sell you. So, have you been guilty of sabotaging your reputation and not even knowing it? I know I was guilty of it when I started networking. Let me know in the comments below. I'm curious to hear your answers. Now let's talk about what to say and what not to say at networking events. Now, I've already alluded to what not to say. Avoid selling and telling. Reserve 30-second commercials when asked to do them, but then avoid selling and telling in all other conversation and networking situations. The best thing to say at any networking event or meeting is to ask questions. Here at Down and Dirty Networking, one of our core values is to talk less and question more. By utilizing questions, you show you care about what people have to say. You demonstrate that you value, see, and hear the person you are talking to. You only need a couple of go-to questions to get the conversation started. Then ask follow-up questions to whatever they answer. That's it. It really is that simple. Here are some of my best go-to questions you can try for yourself. Number one, if you're attending an event hosted by an organization that has members, often members will be identified by their member name badge. When I see a member name badge, I would say, "Hey Sally, I see you're a member. So why did you join this organization and why have you stayed?" This is a powerful question because you will learn a lot about a person and the organization if you are considering joining. Number two, my all-time favorite question to ask is, what is the best thing that's happened to you recently? I learned this question from speaker Amanda Gore. Not only will you get a positive answer, but you will also learn a lot about someone that you normally wouldn't find out by simply asking how are you or what do you do. Number three, another great question to ask is what do you love most about what you do? Or number four, asking what are you an expert at? The idea is to ask questions that are not the same old questions of how are you and what do you do. By asking something different, you stand out in a very positive way during a networking event or meeting. The goal of questions is to learn from someone and about someone. And maybe, just maybe, you can determine a way for you to help them. The best part is, if you struggle with social anxiety or social awkwardness like I do, questions are your best friend for reducing the stress of knowing what to say. Now, before I reveal how to leverage your message at networking events to skyrocket your success, I want to remind you to subscribe to this channel. I'm putting out videos every week to help you network more effectively and stress-free like we do in our Down and Dirty networking community. So click subscribe to this channel and make sure to drop me a thumbs up or comment on this video if you are finding these tips helpful. Now let's talk about how to leverage your message at networking events to skyrocket your success. Answer questions by giving examples. Earlier we talked about the power of talk less, question more. The beautiful thing about asking thoughtful questions is reciprocity. You see, when you ask, what is the best thing that's happened to you lately, the other person is likely to reciprocate and ask you the same question. So you get to answer this for yourself. The added bonus is as the conversation continues and you learn how you can help someone, you are then able to share an idea, resource, or solution from your expert point of view. For example, if I were to meet you at a networking event and I find out you are trying to gain media exposure for your company or product, I would say, I might have a solution for you. I'm in a mastermind community to help Down and Dirty Networking get featured in the media, and I've learned some great tips I'd be willing to share with you if you're open to learning more. Notice I asked if you are open to learning more. Many people would just share the tip and tread back into the waters of telling again. If you were interested, you'd ask. If not, you'd appreciate it that I did ask. Either way, I raised my reputational capital and I shared what I did without making any sales pitch of any kind. You now know my company is Down and Dirty Networking and that I'm in a mastermind actively working on getting featured in the media. The best part is that this kind of information will stick with you versus any kind of sales pitch or practice message I could have shared with you that you undoubtedly would have quickly forgotten anyway. So, what if I told you I had a killer strategy for not needing to practice anything to say for a networking event? Would you be interested? Click the link in the description below and I will send you a personal invitation to the next Down and Dirty Networking virtual sneak peek event. Our online community is focused 100% on relational networking. Our amazing members are from all industries and professions, committed to co-elevate, collaborate, and connect to have meaningful conversations and build lasting relationships. You do not have to weed through 30-second commercials and sales pitches because we are cutting the fluff of traditional networking so you don't have to. Instead, you enjoy a mini mastermind experience that is your professional easy button. The best part is our event format fosters meaningful conversation without you having to worry about what to say ahead of time. So click the link in the description below to get your personal invitation to network with our extraordinarily supportive online community in a safe, no-muss environment that is fun and innovative. I look forward to seeing you at the virtual sneak peek event. Thanks for watching and happy networking!